Sources have been saying now that all Indian armed forces are on high alert. We've been reporting that across the line of actual control, 3,488 kilometers, troops have already been strengthened. There have been more troops behind the LAC, and more are being acclimatized, sent up as well. But it is true that during the last month, since when we have seen Chinese troops make their intrusions into various parts along the LAC, particularly in Ladakh and Sikkim, that they have had a chance to consolidate some of those positions. The real worries have been over the Galwan Valley and particularly Pangong So Lake, where the Finger area, where they have seen Chinese troops pitch tents, put down equipment, as well as consolidate strength in that area. Any military option, of course, of an all-out war between two nuclear-powered neighbors is going to attract international attention. Even so, for the moment, military dialogue, we understand, remains suspended. It certainly remains to be seen whether it can be restarted, given that the previous talks were not adhered to. The outcome of those talks were not adhered to, which is why we saw the situation in the Galwan Valley, and any future talks, the outcome of which will be questioned. For the moment, the government is in fact consulting as much as possible. We understand the Prime Minister is meeting with other party leaders, has been meeting with ministers in the Cabinet Committee on Security as well. This is a story that will continue to develop, and we'll certainly track all those developments for you.
What is concerning about the current standoffs is that we appear to be seeing a very different Chinese strategy on the line of actual control that is going against many of the agreements and commitments that India and China have worked on since 1993. For one, China has been deploying in very large numbers along the LAC and also showing an unusual amount of aggression, which we saw in clashes on May 5th and May 9th in the Pangong Lake and in North Sikkim, and of course, most concerningly, on June 15th in Galwan Valley, in the worst escalation of violence since 1967. What is China's broader game plan in Ladakh? Although Chinese state media have linked the current moves to India's abrogation of Article 370, that appears to make little sense, considering India's move did not change the external boundaries. What does seem to be different is a growing Chinese assertiveness to enforce China's claims not just across the border with India, but in other disputed areas such as the South China Sea. China appears to be looking at this current moment as one of strategic opportunity to flex its muscles and enforce its claims.